Well, good morning, everyone. Thomas Montgomery. It's a beautiful Friday morning, March 3rd, 2023. We get together with our distribution partners most weekday mornings at this time to talk about strategies, tips, techniques, share success stories, and support each of you. What we're going to do today is talk about a couple ways of using Craigslist as a method to grow your income. And I pause when I say that because we're going to look at it in terms of how to attract clients, but also how to attract affiliates. In our affiliate model, which is free and easy to sign up, we pay 3 levels deep. We have sub-affiliates, and we're not network marketing or MLM or anything like that. But essentially, you could certainly bring on sub-affiliates. They get paid the 3 points of the referred client's capital raise, and you get 1 point. So in summary, in today's training, we're going to look at Craigslist for 2 purposes, resulting in more money for you. The first of which is to attract clients, and the second is to attract sub-affiliates. Make sense? So what I have shared here on the screen is an ad that I put up just this morning to show you what we would recommend the ad to look like. Now, there's some elements of variability that we'll talk about. But we created a Craigslist profile, which is free. We went in and posted an ad under services, legal services. Now, you could put it under different categories if you want. The title that we gave it is Credit and Funding Program. It's going to ask you to pick a location. We picked Detroit, Michigan, downtown Detroit, Michigan. It offers, if you want to put an image up, and you don't have to. I think it's good practice to get someone's attention. So if there's some message or graphic that you want to convey, Craigslist allows you to post that. You can see ours here. Then we get down to the content, and this is what I would encourage you to most closely replicate if you're going to try Craigslist. So we start with the statement, get qualified for funding guaranteed. This powerful program can help anyone, no matter your credit history or how long you've been in business, quickly become qualified for funding. This is not a credit repair program. It's much more powerful and delivers the results much more quickly. This is the exact wording off of your landing page, by the way. So if you wonder, oh, well, where do I find this? It's literally on the free landing page that we give each of you. And then we want to quickly introduce the 3 C's because we don't want this Craigslist ad to be long. So we just simply hit them briefly to let them know what the 3 C's are that's necessary to qualify for funding, being credit, collateral, and capacity. We prepare to close the ad with the tagline, pay for results, not promises. Our compensation comes after you receive funding, $100,000 guaranteed. And then you have your call to action. And this is where you may want to do something different. Of course, if you're an affiliate, you have your own link. So you wouldn't put the main page on here. You would put your link. Maybe you want them, instead of to do that, to email you, to call you. It's up to you what you want your call to action to be. I think the most hands-off approach would be to develop an ad campaign that drives people to your free landing page. And that's essentially what we're showing here. So what questions, concerns, thoughts do any of you have regarding using Craigslist as a method to post to generate leads? So here we're talking about generating client leads, not sub-affiliates. We're going to talk about that separately in just a moment. Any questions on that? So certainly if you want to use a different title, you can use a different title. Obviously, you can post anywhere in the United States that you want. Timothy's asking, did they charge to post? Yes, it was $5 is what it cost to post the ad. You can put an image or not put an image. It's up to you. And then this is the recommended content because it is consistent with what we do. It's consistent with your landing page. So there's consistency there. And then ultimately, you have to decide what your call to action is. We would recommend driving them to your landing page so they can move forward. So if you're a white label partner, this would be a little bit of a different approach, only in the sense that you would need to decide where to drive them to, because white label partners don't get a free landing page. Affiliates all get a free landing page. White label partners don't. And the reason for that is the white label partner landing page has to be personalized. It's custom. It's not replicated, because it has to have their pricing, their branding, and so forth. But if you're a white label partner, do we recommend you have a landing page? Of course. If you want us to develop one for you, of course we can do that. And then that would give you where to send them. You can, you could put your phone number on there, but phone numbers are dangerous, because now you have to make sure that you've got a good recording on, that your voicemail is not full, and you're trying to capture the incoming phone call when it rings. So we recommend driving them to your landing page. Pretty straightforward, right? There's not a whole lot to this, but I just wanted to provide you a real example of how to simply post. It took me probably 5 minutes to put this together this morning for our training. Shouldn't take you much longer than that. You can post in one market or multiple markets. Again, they typically are charging $5 to post an ad. If that's an issue, let me know. I can send you $5. But the bottom line is it's a very affordable way to get the word out. Are we all good there? Okay, so now let's flip over to the other side of the conversation. This one is less direct. You've got to put your creative hat on as we move to the second part of our conversation today. So let me go back a screen. And so I'm on the Craigslist page, and I typed in credit and funding preparing for our Zoom today. And so, to no surprise, we were the #1 hit, because that matches the title, and I just posted it this morning. But what you can do, and if you're more aggressive, more assertive, more involved, what you could do is stop and say, I wonder who else is trying to reach out to this same target audience. And so, of course, we see a bunch of other ads that are essentially trying to help small businesses. Now, do they do what we do? No. Do they have the credibility? No. Do they address the 3 C's? No. Do they have a $100,000 guarantee? No. So there's differences, but they're certainly competitors. I say don't run from the competitors. I say run to the competitors. What do I mean by that? Well, and I don't know these people, so I'm not misrepresenting that, but let's click on this next ad. All right, well, we got a nice ad. He decided not to do an image. He's using some rather adolescent type of graphics, but maybe that helps him connect to his target audience. I don't know. But, he's got some nice bulleted list and good contact information. What could you do with this? If I were you and I were posting in the same market that apparently Willie is, I'd be calling Willie. I would absolutely pick up the phone and call and text Willie. And you're probably thinking right now, what the hell are you talking about? Willie's competing with us. Willie's running another ad. He's trying to get the same clients we're trying to get. What you want from Willie is his declines. The people that he can't get funded, have him send to you. He can be your sub-affiliate. He gets the 3 points plus the $100 bonus. You get the override. Sure, I bet Willie is kick-ass at what he does. He's probably spotless. He's probably Mensa level intelligence. He's probably got a law degree. He is excellent. So there's nothing we're going to do to say negative about Willie. But you know what? Willie's not approving everyone, and you and I can help anyone. So what I would be doing is reaching out to Willie and say, hey, Willie, I saw you on Craigslist, and I was wondering what you do with the people that you can't get approved for funding, because I'd be willing to pay you about $3,000 for sending us your declines. What do you think Willie's going to think? He's going to be nearly orgasmic by the fact that he can make money off the people he can't get funded. Now you might say, well, that's kind of intrusive. I don't know if I want to call Willie because I'm not trying to get funding through him. What did he say? Hey, it's okay to contact me. If you got other ideas, give me a ring. And you can go through this with all different categories. Think of business to business. You can look up merchant card processors, accountants, bookkeepers, business attorneys, obviously anyone in the credit or lending space. You're going to find an infinite, well, that's an exaggeration, a nearly infinite number of potential referral partners. And you're not competing with them, right? Hey, Willie, for all the people you're probably helping 1,000 people a month. I bet you're a freaking millionaire. That's awesome, Willie. I don't want to get in the way of that. But do you have any people, Willie, that you can't get approved for funding? Because I'd like to help them, and I'll pay you around $3,000 for each time you refer one of them to us. And then, of course, he would become a sub-affiliate of yours. We're going to take those clients through the credit and funding program. So, and it doesn't stop with Willie. I didn't pre-screen these. We can go to the next one. We'll just keep going down in order. Here we have grow your business or overcome any challenge. I don't know what this is about, but we've got a phone number, 800-757-034, and then 1 spelled out, which is kind of freaky. So give them a call. Hey, I saw your ad on Craigslist. I was wondering, do you ever have anyone that you can't get approved for funding? You know they do. If they're active with business at all, they do. Because you have lots and lots of loan brokers, and that's what many of these folks are. They're loan brokers, and there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not being negative. But with loan brokers, they're looking to take people where they're at and get them the funding based upon their current qualifications. Well, what do you and I know? There's a whole lot of people that have credibility issues that's not fundable yet, or not fundable to the amount that they want. Because of what? They're 3 C's: credit, collateral, capacity. What do you and I do to help people with the credit and funding program? Well, let's go back and look at our ad if we don't remember. Oh, that's right. We help them with their 3 C's. So looking for questions, comments, feedback from any of you on the live Zoom. What are your thoughts, Andrea, Bernard, Charles, Jeanette, Pauline, Randy, Terrence, and others? And Terrence, I know that you run ads already on Craigslist, but I'm looking for feedback from any of you on the 2 topics that we've covered so far. We've talked about how posting on Craigslist is an easy and affordable way to create lead flow. And I've given you the sample ad, which is not all that shocking. It's extracted directly off your landing page, by the way. And then also we talked about the concept of reaching out and developing referral partnerships with others who are in the similar space but can't get people approved. All right, so Sarah's asking about searching up credit repair. So I didn't prepare for this. We're doing it on the fly. So let's look up credit repair. All right, and so let's go to this credit repair here. Okay, so I think what Sarah is hinting about is you could find people that offer credit repair, and again, it's easy to say, well, they're competing with us, I wouldn't reach out to them. Just the opposite. Okay, great. They're wonderful at doing credit repair. Awesome. I mean, we don't charge for credit repair anyway. It's not taking any money out of our pocket, your or my pocket. Great. What you could let her know or him know is, hey, I saw you on Craigslist. I am fucking impressed with your ad. What you do is really impressive. I was curious, what do you do with people that have other credibility issues whereby they can't get approved? Maybe they have issues with a lack of collateral, or they don't have enough capacity, enough demonstrated income. Because if you ever run into anyone, and again, I'm just role playing, talking to this fictitious person, I guess it's Zippy. Hey, Zippy, if you ever run into someone after you've done your kick-ass work on credit improvement that still can't get the funding they want because they lack other credibility elements like collateral and capacity, hey, would you consider referring them to me? I'll pay you about $3,000 for each one you send over. And obviously, we don't want to compete with you. You're doing a great job. You see my point? Okay, and then we could go look up bookkeeping. I always forget there's 2 K's in bookkeeping. All right, well, let's go over here. Here's someone that does bookkeeping. Excellent. Well, why don't you call this person and say, hey, I saw your ad on QuickBooks. I'm impressed. I mean, what you're doing is really important to help small businesses with their bookkeeping, their accounting, and their payroll. That's important. And sometimes we might have people to refer to you. But the reason I was reaching out is, do any of your clients ever need help getting funding? And then you go in and introduce them to what you and I do with a credit and funding. This person can become your sub-affiliate. They get paid, you get paid overrides. What are other examples? How about credit card processing? See if there's anyone soliciting for that. No, we got electricians. No go on that one. Let's just do credit card. Nah, that didn't work. How about website development? Okay, yeah, so we have someone here that develops websites, Kurt. So what could you do? You could pick up the phone and call Kurt. Hey, Kurt, I saw your ad on Craigslist. Great ad. I'm really impressed with what you do. Do you ever have people, Kurt, that want a website from you, but they don't have the money to pay you? Well, one of the things that we might be able to help you with is we could help your prospects and your clients, Kurt, get funding, even if it's a startup business, even if they have shitty credit, through a credit and funding program. We have a great referral program. We can set you up as an affiliate. You'd be a sub-affiliate of mine. Doesn't cost anything. You'll make right about $3,000 off each client that you refer in. Plus now your prospects and clients, Kurt, will have the money they need to go get your super duper package of services. So they can afford to pay you, Kurt, for the setup and design and the SEO strategy and the custom programming. They'll have the money to pay you for maintenance and the training that you offer, right? So do you see how this can work? This is like a whole ecosystem for entrepreneurs. You go into Craigslist, you pick a market, post an ad, and then explore people that either are offering similar services or what we'd say complementary business to business services, and you reach out to them. The only way that one of our affiliates or white label partners can fail is either a lack of intellect or a lack of effort. And I know you're all smart, so it's not a lack of intellect. So it has to be, do we have a plan and are we executing that plan? This certainly isn't the only plan, but this is one plan that will work. It puts you right in the ecosystem of small businesses, and we've gone through and we've shown you how you can easily post an ad yourself and how you can find potential referral partners. So I'm going to stop talking and start listening. What questions, comments, concerns do any of you have? Andrea, Charles, Jeanette, Pauline, Randy, Terrence, let me pick your brain a little bit. So Terrence, you're active, I believe, on posting on Craigslist. Have you ever, Terrence, gone in and looked at complimentary ads or competitive ads, if you will, and reached out to those folks to develop referral relationships? Yay or nay? And while we're waiting for him to answer that, let's, Terrence says yes, on occasion. Does that work, Terrence? Let's look up insurance. Okay, so here's someone selling auto insurance, right? I was looking more for life insurance, so let's type in life insurance. Because what do you and I know? One of the variables in the underwriting of most insurance, life insurance policies, it incorporates credit worthiness. And so you could have individuals that literally don't get approved for some types of life insurance because their credit is too bad. What can we do with a credit and funding program? Well, have to admit that didn't work out. We didn't get anyone advertising life insurance, but you can see the point. So anyone have any questions, comments, concerns? My challenge for you today is between now and Monday, why don't you go ahead and post an ad on Craigslist in whatever market you want, label it credit and funding program, unless there's something else you prefer, pick whatever market you want, pick whatever graphic you prefer to use or no graphic. Here's the recommended content, which comes directly from your landing page. So you don't have to worry about, well, I don't know what to put on there. It's on your landing page. And then have, of course, a planned call to action, which typically would be guiding them towards your link, your landing page. Why don't we all try that just between now and Monday? And then on Monday or Tuesday of next week, we can kind of compare notes. How did it work for everyone? You can pick different categories. We're a paralegal firm, so we put it under legal services, but there's other categories that you could choose, and you can play with that. And we can go over to services and see, let's see, show 16 more. So you could put it under financial services if you wanted. There's different places, but probably small biz ads, financial services, or legal services would probably be the most obvious. Terrence puts under financial. We can go to small business and see what they're advertising over here. See if there's anything that is business to business related that might strike us. Here's branding, marketing, social media. Not too dissimilar from what we talked about before, but and these people are using custom phone numbers, but yeah, you could certainly call this individual as well. All right, so the game plan, in review, we wanted to discuss how easy it is to post ads on Craigslist, and secondly, use Craigslist to develop referral partner relationships. And then our challenge, our request to you is, why don't you post one ad on Craigslist between now and the end of the weekend, and then early to mid next week, we'll compare notes. How did it work for you? How many new clients did you generate? Sound good? All right. Well, thanks, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your day and your weekend. We'll see you back on Monday. Bye-bye.